But before we move on to a bunch of fancy passes from top half guard, I want you just to be aware of the fact that I'm not trying to pressure forward. The only time I really try to pressure forward is when that knee shield is out of my way, okay? Because, again, get me in half guard. So when I'm right in here for that knee shield, okay? His body is working together as a unit and mine is not. So as I try to lean into this, I'm just making the situation worse and worse for me, okay? But if I can beat this knee shield for whatever reason, right? Maybe I'm trying to crush it down, and when he pushes back into me, I pull it through and I crush him right here. Now, at least we're not necessarily 50-50, but his upper body and lower body cannot work together anymore. By smashing his upper body back to the mat, and his legs right now can't really do anything, man, he's kind of trapped. Not, I wouldn't say trapped, but his half guard game, a lot of it is gone. It's vanished. And then I can start working on different types of things where I can get my butt up and I can start working out. And we'll talk about those in the future, okay? But the idea is you don't want to progress anywhere where his whole body's working as a unit and yours is not, okay? Unless we can kind of negate the game a little bit, like in that scenario. Okay, sound good? All right, we're gonna do a quick caveat and then we're gonna move to gi. All right, and so the quick caveat right here is when I get really big guys and they beat me in that half guard, or the knee shield. They're somehow able to get this pass, and then now they're up here and they're smashing right here. And a lot of the time they'll be putting this hip to the ground because he's trying to free this leg, and I'm desperate trying to hold this. So he's like oftentimes trying to like push on my knee, and he's trying to get this leg out so he can get to mount our side control, right? Because right now this is what's keeping him here. Okay, so as he does that, and he's like getting here, and oftentimes he doesn't even have to put his hip down, but let's say he does, I'm going to take my butterfly hook, like we just did that same exact sweep, but now we're on the back, we're gonna lift up, and now we're on top in a mount. Okay, so it's that same sweep we learned earlier. I'm just gonna get my butterfly hook, which are my shoelaces right here. So I'm in a half guard, and I get right here. So what, you see how he shrimped out a little bit? So this time he's not putting his hips on the mat, right? But go ahead back. He's just keeping me flat right here, so I can't get this angle right here. So I'm gonna shrimp out a little bit, then get in here. Once I have my shoelaces in, I just lift. Notice that he's already sacrificed his post because he needs to keep my upper body on the mat, so he's got to choose one or the other, right? And so by keeping his arm right here, I just hold on to it so that way it doesn't get out. All I have to do is block his arm from popping out. I get my shoelaces in, I lift up, and then I'm right here into a mount. Okay? So let's do that again from this angle. So I have my half guard, he gets past it, and he crushes my body right here. Okay? So all I have to do is get my shoelaces in here, and then lift, and I have it. Do it again. Oftentimes when you get right here, they're going to bring this hip to the ground. They're going to bring this hip to the ground, right? And then that makes it even easier for you to shift that up and right into the top position, whether it's side control or mount. So let's go over here. So when you get smashed, when you, let's say you get your knee shield just obliterated and you're back, just know that there are some still great opportunities from that half guard. So I just want you to be aware of that, especially if you're the person who's playing the top. I don't want you to get an easy sweep on you. I've gotten this sweep a lot. In fact, I just posted a video today of me doing this sweep to somebody at brown belt. So be on the lookout for that caveat. So a lot of good information here for half guard, and the entire idea of this is just to get you kind of like understanding what half guard is. And you know, as we progress further, I won't have to like establish every little thing that half guard is. We'll just move on from position to position. So now we're going to move on to gi, show you a couple caveats of what's a little bit different about the gi that makes this a little bit different, and then we'll be good for half guard. So we'll see you guys in the gi portion.